It is time to review AEW WrestleDream. Understand, I will not bash anyone for their opinion. If you enjoyed the show, I will not judge you. I will not make you feel inadequate. I will simply respect your opinion. And all I ask in for return is to respect mine. Because at the end of the day, we are all wrestling fans. We love this business. But man, I want a refund, bro. That show made me mad, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Get all this. Give me my notes together here. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm looking off the screen, that's why. All right, let's get it over here. Let's get it over here. All right. Show kicks off with Switchblade Jay White. That's how Justin Roberts announced him. I don't know why. I thought he was saying Sue Woo or something. I don't know what's going on. So Jay White faced Hangman Adam Page. This match was okay. Page power bombed him on the ring apron, and then he power bombed him on the stairs. And in typical AEW fashion, Jay White got up about 19 seconds later, hit him with a chop, and then he spit it on Page. He gave him the Hulk too and spit on his rib cage, and that was so nasty. Anyway, a lot of spitting on this show. Jay White hit Hangman Adam Page, who was like selling a knee injury, hit him with the what they call it, the load runner, the head runner, whatever he had, or the runner, a Sister Abigail looking finisher, and he won the match. Woohoo! Didn't ask for it, but we got it. Hey. Next match, Mariah May versus Willow for the AEW Women's Championship. Nigel thirsted for Mariah. My gosh, man, he was thirsting hard, too. Look at her. She's beautiful. You know, she's demure. And oh my gosh, if I could drink her bath water. Okay, he didn't say all that, but it was close enough. Willow is very popular. I realize how popular she gets, and it sucks that she continues to get pushed to the side. But this was a surprisingly good match. I enjoyed it, so shout out to the ladies for that one. And Mariah May defeated her with Storm Zero. All right, let's keep it pushing. Jack Perry versus Shibata. I did not care about this match whatsoever. I really, it's like watching paint dry with this one. I'm not a fan of either of these dudes. Jack Perry won. I didn't write any notes, so it shows how much I cared. MJF made the return, and Daniel Garcia confronted Jack Perry first. Then MJF made his return. Very happy to see MJF back. MJF cut a promo on Daniel Garcia while he was beating him up about the bidding war of Daniel Garcia because he chose to stay with AEW. Good luck, dude. The boos were pretty loud for MJF. At first they cheered, and then they booed. Then when he was about to hit him with the Dynamite Diamond Ring, Adam Cole returned. Finally, dude. You can see my reaction. I was genuinely happy to see him. I didn't realize how much I missed Adam Cole until he was gone. I don't know if the Devil or the Undisputed Kingdom is still going to be a thing. I hope not, but we'll see what they do on Dynamite. Will Ospreay versus Ricochet versus Konosuke Takeshita in a triple threat match for the AEW International Championship. I put in my notes, I heart Will Ospreay, because how can you not love him, bruv? He's all about the love, bruv. Takeshita literally has world title written all over him. So halfway through the match, it was basically a real high energetic match, which is what I wanted, and I got what I wanted. They double teamed Takeshita. He took the pads off, and he straight, like he was knocking everybody out, bro. He was gangster the whole match. Takeshita, he kicked out, and he wasn't even being pinned. And Ricochet gave me the best moment of the show, where he hit a move and he was about to go to the top rope, right? And he was just like, you know how wrestlers do like that warrior cry in the middle of the match? He was like, oh. That's literally what he did. Oh. Like, he looked like a kid that when his mom calls him while he's trying to do something, he's just like, Jerry, come downstairs. Oh. Like, it was the funniest part of the show. Thank you, Ricochet, for that. Please make that a regular thing, and I will watch every match he ever does. Takeshita pile drivers Ricochet through a table, and I said that better be it. Then Dawn ruined the match and everything by grabbing a screwdriver, which I hate. I wish they would ban that from any wrestling show ever. The screwdriver's stupid. It's a murder weapon, and I hate when it's brought up in anything. Um, so Kyle Fletcher shows up in a hoodie. We pretty much knew who he was. He hits Will Ospreay with a screwdriver, and Takeshita gets the win and becomes the new AEW International Champion. And then Fletcher ended everything by hitting Will Ospreay with a Tiger Driver 91, whatever, or 98, whatever year it was. I don't care. So, like every good guy in AEW, if you're super popular with the fans and you're the most likable person on the show all around, you get jumped by 80 people and you end up looking like garbage. So, serves Will Ospreay right for being awesome. So then a weird segment happened. Jerry Lynn is with Orange Cassidy for whatever reason, and basically gives him a back massage and foot massage, and says he's poised to be world champion, essentially. Like, he was basically hyping him up, praising him for his abilities, saying he could be a world champion if he would just try. Even though he's already been trying. He was, the Continental Champion or International Champion for how long? Like, what, he was wrestling every week with the title. Like, so I don't know where this came from. And then, Jerry Lynn was just like, oh, you're great, Orange Cassidy, you're amazing, you pee excellence. And then he leaves and says, just think about it. And then Hook shows up out of nowhere. Yo, you need to, because he talk out his mouth a little bit. Yo, you need to, listen to Jerry Lynn, bro. And I'm like, what was the point of that segment? Like, Tony Khan really wants Orange Cassidy to be like, I don't know, John Cena level. Like, it's like, all right, dude. Like, I don't even hate Orange Cassidy, but come on. Like, let's chill a little bit. Next segment, I reacted to this. Swerve Strickland's return. You can see how it feels. Basically, he's medically cleared. He teased back and forth whether or not he was going to abandon Prince Nana, but he ultimately came up with it. This should have been on Dynamite. This was not needed for the show. It went very long, and it took forever to get to the point. Ugh. But it's good to see Swerve back, and I'm happy he's medically cleared. So, next one. This match I did not see the point in having. Hologram versus Mortos, 2 out of 3 falls. I did give Hologram credit on my Dynamite reactions last week, but I didn't see the point of this match. It was long. It was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of boring. And the crowd kind of was just, And then I wrote the show feels long again. And it did. I was like, man, how much more do we have left? But Hologram gets the win. Next match, Darby Allin versus Brody King. Okay, I like watching these two go at it. Their matches always look good. Darby had a cool entrance. The crowd really woke up for this. Like, I was surprised. Like, they got back up. Like, Darby's very, I love Darby Allin. He's so cool. And I like Brody King, too. He's really good at what he does. A lot of crazy, body slams in this matchup, bro. Like, golly. Towards the end of the match, why am I sounding like that? Towards the end of the match, Darby Allin hit Brody King with a coffin drop on the stairs. He's like, put him in a coffin, squad. And he just, he dropped it on, him. And the ref counted to 9. Oh yes, this is the part that bothered me a little bit. The ref counted to 9, and Brody was nowhere near the ring. And the ref was like, 9. He's back in the ring. I'm like, dude, how long? That was such a long, drawn out. I'm like, come on, ref. Like, even the bro, yeah, I did write it, bro. One fan was in the front row, like, why did he take so long? I could have been the only one that noticed, but they cut the match off quick before you could really process what just happened. And Brody rolled in the ring on the ground, and then Darby hit another coffin drop for the win. That made me laugh a little bit because the ref took forever. I'm like, come on, ref. You stretched it there. Brody King didn't get in there fast enough. Number 7, Young Bucks defends the AEW World Tag Team titles against Private Party. I laughed when before Private Party's video came on, they cut off Tony Schiavone. He was in mid-sentence. Yeah, guys, so when we went through the... And then they cut to the video. I'm like, wow, they just said, Tony, shut up. Amazing Red, who, by the way, I was such a huge fan of growing up. Amazing Red was one of my favorite people to watch. Back when I was watching TNA full time in the X Division, I loved Amazing Red, bro. He was so cool. Basically, I said I missed their old theme song, shots, shots, shots. I love that song, and I'm mad they got rid of it, bro. That new theme song was just not. It don't work for me, brother. Here we go. Basically, Amazing Red told them for I don't know how long that you guys been here for 5 years and you done nothing. Boy, I wonder why. Because they're responsible, right? They just haven't been given opportunities and stuff, right? Uh, okay, so right when Private Party, one of them hits a move. I can't remember who it was. Rick Knox, his hand hit 3, bro. Go back and watch. He hit 3 right when he had him. He was like, 1, 2. Oh, they kicked out. I'm like, didn't you hear the 3? Because I heard it. I heard it, bro. Like, oh my gosh. He hit 3. And by the way, I left. I didn't watch much of this match. I went to go wash dishes instead and came back. But yeah, the Young Bucks won. Whatever. Private Party, how long is your contract left? All that hype for nothing. Like, they were given so much build just for them to lose. They beat the Bucks twice, yet they couldn't do it again, right? But hey, don't worry. The Young Bucks, they put them over big, right? Yeah! Next match, Mark Briscoe versus Jericho. I actually really wanted to watch this. I know you're all thinking, you want to watch a match with Chris Jericho? Bro, I didn't realize how much people hate Chris Jericho until I went on Twitter. I went on Twitter during the match, and people were like, oh, I was having a good time until Jericho showed up. I didn't realize how much people do not like Chris Jericho. I thought it was just me. Because, bro, he has been bad. For the ROH World title, once again, this is another match I didn't feel was really needed for this. But anyways, JR came out for this match. Wow, what a slobber knocker this is gonna be. There's nothing much I can say. Mark won with a J Driller, which was great. I half expected Jericho to win. I'm not gonna lie. He pointed to the heavens before he hit the pin, or the J Driller in the pin. I thought that was sweet. So good win for Mark Briscoe here. So props to Mark. And now we get to the main event. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, gosh. Bryan Danielson, his career and the World Heavyweight title on the line against Jon Moxley. Blood and bone broth. The blood. Dope. So, the match begins with the final countdown. John attacked Bryan while the song was playing, and the fans did not care. They kept singing. The music played while they were fighting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this song is taking forever to stop, because that's what normally happens during fights, And while Jon Moxley had his foot on Bryan Danielson's neck, this fan, I don't know who he was, but he was cussing John out. He's like, F you, bro. F you, bro. That's your brother. If you're doing him like this, F you, right? That was pretty funny. So John and Bryan get back in the ring, basically, and while John had him perched up, he bit his back, and I was like, hey, yo, like, dude, what's up with these dudes biting each other, bro? Yo, you bit him, bro. What you doing, John? What we on, bro? What's going on here? Huh? Moving on. The ref took forever to get rid of Marina Shafir. It's like after a while, bro, she literally took like the covering off the floor. That wasn't enough for him to be like, hey, you gotta get on out of here. Like, he took forever to kick her out, but he finally did. It was funny seeing Bryan like yank her off his back. That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Then we get to the end. Jon Moxley hit him with a really rough looking pile driver, and then he put him in a submission rear naked chokehold looking thing, whatever it's called. And the ref, like, in under 2 seconds, and rang the bell. Which means Bryan Danielson's career is over, essentially, right? And, of course, after the match was over, Moxley held the world title. Him and the rest of his gang, they left. And Bryan Danielson stood up like a hero And the fans, they cheered, they applauded. And they said, "Thank you, Bryan." And the commentator stood up in the most beautiful send-off for this great wrestler. A man who embodied everything. AEW gave him the best send-off you could ever ask for. They applauded him. They chanted, "Thank you, Bryan." And Bryan, he did the wave. He took his boots off and he left them in the center of the ring in symbolism of a great career. And he walked off and the show went off the air. That's not what happened at all, was it? No, he got beat up. He got jumped and mercilessly attacked by Jon Moxley and the gang. They were jumping him. They were beating him like a dog. And Wheeler Yuta grabs a plastic bag, choked Bryan Danielson. He got castrated, basically, and everything of that nature. They spit on him. And a couple people tried to help. Then they got beat up. Some help they were. And John ended the career of Bryan Danielson in the most disgusting way I could think of. And that was the show. There you go. I wanted to quit watching AEW after that. I really genuinely did. I was done. I even put it on Twitter. Y'all could go see it. ElijahBoyy YT. I might be done with AEW after watching that. I even put a poll up immediately after the show was over, and I asked y'all, would y'all be okay if I stopped watching? And unfortunately, y'all voted yes. Please keep watching. I love your AEW content. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel, you lucky I care about your opinion, Daniel. Oh, a lot of y'all are lucky I care about your opinion. Because, man, I was done. I was like, that's it. Can't do this anymore. But unfortunately, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. I have to keep doing this. For the people. For the E-Squad, because it's about us. I'll go watch the media scrum off camera and see what Tony Khan has to say. Because I know he's going to talk. He's probably just going to say everything's great. Right? Okay, I just discovered that Tony Khan did not speak at the press media scrum. Okay, so I also want to bring up one more thing. Excuse me. I also want to bring up one more thing. I know people say, this is just the end of his full-time career. It doesn't mean he won't wrestle again. So he's... At this point, it's like a running joke that he's going to retire and then he doesn't. So, but still, it doesn't negate the fact that that ending was just too much. And it was not needed. It didn't serve anything. It made me not want to watch the show. And it's rough for me to watch this show. I don't have fun all the way, and I know most people are probably like, oh, if WWE did it, you would be like, yeah, because it would have made more sense, and it would have been a reason. But trust me, I've called them out when they do something wrong, and they're not. What's the word? WWE isn't safe from my judgment, but it's not about them. This is about AEW. So I did not like that ending. I thought it was unnecessary. They could have just gave Bryan a good send off and then move on, but they didn't do that. They decided to run him over like a dog in the street, and people are saying he wanted to drop the belt to Mox. He would have dropped the belt to anybody. It wouldn't have mattered. Let's be real. So I didn't enjoy this show all like that. There was some stuff that was good here and there, but I really did not want to watch AEW anymore. But I'm gonna have to, since you guys want it, and your opinion does matter to me on this channel. So, yeah. But anyways, y'all have a good Sunday. Hopefully you got a chuckle out of this review. So, I'll catch y'all next time. Please like and subscribe, if I didn't say that already. Yeah.